Hi, my name is Lucy Griffiths, and I'm going to talk you through the best ways to write a press release and also how to talk to journalists so that they will actually open your email and read what you have to say. So I'll see you in 5. Hi, my name is Lucy Griffiths and welcome back. So we're talking how to write a press release. So the most important thing you have to remember when you're talking and contacting journalists is they're busy people. They get hundreds of emails every single day. And so your email has to stand out. And in order for you to stand out, think about the headline, what you're going to say. So what you need to do is be clever and witty with it, but not too clever that people don't understand what you're talking about. So you want to have something that's catchy, but at the same time, if you're use too much wordplay, people won't understand what it's about. So you need to very simply explain what your launch is about, what the thing that you're promoting is about, so that people understand it, so they can say, oh yes, that's interesting, I'll open it, or press delete if they think this is boring, I don't want to know. So you immediately have to ask yourself the questions. Is it newsworthy? So why would somebody care about your event, your launch, your business? So think about, is this news? Is it something that's relevant and interesting to your audience? Is there something different that's happening? Something that's shocking or interesting? And also, will people care about this? So ask yourself those questions and basically try to answer those questions. Will someone care about it? And think, why would someone care about this? Also, journalists use the phrase, the top line, okay? So when it comes to writing a story as a journalist, and I was a journalist for 20 years, so I can talk you through a little bit about that. So when a journalist will talk about a top line, and a top line is essentially the key to the story. So they will say, I would say to people who are writing for me, what's the top line? So what's the thing that's important to know about this story? And you need to include that very early on in your press release so that people can quickly scan it and read it. They'll read the first or second sentence, and if they don't see a top line, they will press delete and move on to something else. So make sure you include the top line, the thing that is of interest to the reader, to the audience, of what's new, what's different, the thing that they need to care about in order to understand and know about what's happening with your business or launch. Also, include, journalists were trained to use the who, what, where, why technique. So include that within the press release, who you're talking to, and who it's about, what the story is, where it's happening, why it's happening. All of those questions are key so that you can really explain who the story is about and why it's happening and why it's important to the reader to read this story. And that will then come across the journalist. They can easily explain that. Don't forget to include your contact details on the press release so that they can very quickly and easily find all the information that they need to access you and contact you to write the story properly. Because there will be things that they want to understand and follow up on. So this is kind of like the first nugget so that they can then follow you and ask for more information if they're interested. Also, it might be that you have to contact them specifically with a pitch from email. And then this is kind of like the fact sheet that backs up the pitch. So it could be that way around as well, that they are using this information. So this is the fact sheet information with everything that explains what's going on, but very succinctly. Don't make it more than a page, and really think about your audience and why they would care about this. So make it that it's interesting. It's not just droning on about your business. It's actually turning it around so it becomes something that's of interest to the reader and the audience. Okay, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please check below, because there's the blog post that follows this article, and it will have, much more of the details about this. So it's really worth checking that out. I will speak to you again soon. Much love.